While everyone has played Fortnite over the past 4 years, a lot of people seem to forget how much this game has actually changed. There's been so many items, updates, and other things that most of us probably don't remember. So today, I'm going to be listing off the things that you definitely forgot about in Fortnite. Before I get into it though, make sure to drop a like on the video and hit that sub button so you don't miss out on future content. Not only am I going to talk about the actual game mechanics that have changed, but I'm also going to talk about some of the items and other stuff that have been in the game as well. The first one I wanted to talk about is pretty obvious, but sometimes forgetful. Back in the day, not only was it hard to build because there's no turbo build, but it was actually hard to build because you couldn't build through any structures. Whether it was a tree, a crate, or any other type of structure, you couldn't build through it. We all remember the famous Ninja clip where he was complaining that he couldn't build through metal with metal builds. Whenever Epic finally fixed it to where you could build through pretty much anything, it was such an underrated change and it really helped the game evolve. But while that limitation was in the game, it was very annoying. For just a short amount of time in Fortnite, there was actually these chests that looked like boxes. Everyone was making conspiracy theories about them, but nobody ever knew what they actually meant. Just a little thing that could bring back a memory. Now to switch it up a bit, an item that you may have forgotten about is actually the Airstrike. The Airstrike might be the most forgettable item in all of Fortnite, considering it was only in the game for about a half a season. The Airstrike was never overwhelmingly powerful because you could only carry one of them, but if you threw it onto a squad, it could have done some serious damage. But to be honest with you, most people forgot about this item because they didn't really care for it. Back in Season 9, Chapter 1 for a few days, there were actually these Stranger Things portals. You could find them in Retail Row, and I hardly remember these things, but I guess it was a secret collab that nobody really talked about. I'm pretty sure there's a famous clip out there where someone actually used the portal as a trap, and it was actually pretty effective. But other than that, I don't really recall any other memories. Another item that was easily forgettable was the Eye of the Storm Tracker. In fact, most people never even knew that this existed. It was only in the game for around 30 minutes before it was removed forever. It was added all the way back in Season 4, Chapter 1, and I remember specifically watching a Nick A30 stream when he was at Anarchy Acres, and he got it out of a chest, and was so surprised because it wasn't on the patch notes. Little did he know that would be the last time he would ever hold that item. However, later on in Fortnite, we were actually introduced to the Storm Scout Sniper Rifle, which was sort of like the Eye of the Storm Tracker, but nobody ever really cared for it. Usually people don't forget about weapons considering they're the most used items in the game, but the machine pistol was very forgettable, mainly because it was in the game for only a few months all the way back in 2017. But the weirdest thing about this weapon is that randomly in Season X in a solid gold LTM, the weapon randomly appeared. It was in that LTM for a few weeks, but after that it was never seen. Now to switch it up a bit, an update that you may have forgotten about is the update where the storm would actually break your builds. This update was not in for very long for obvious reasons, probably one of the worst ideas Epic has ever had. But believe it or not, it was not the least liked update. Around late Chapter 1 sometime, Epic actually nerfed turbo building. Everyone thought it was an accident, but Epic actually put it in on purpose. It was to the point to where you couldn't even crank a 90. Definitely the worst idea Epic has ever had, limiting their most unique feature. The last item you may have forgotten about is really not that forgettable, but could slip through your thoughts when thinking about this topic. And that is balloons. Balloons created some of the funniest memories I have in Fortnite, and this update was so random but so hilarious at the same time. Nobody really knew the point of them, they were just decent for rotating. But the only time I ever seen the balloons is when one of my teammates was at sky limit deploying a balloon every 5 seconds and then trying to hit a trick shot. Now of course there are definitely more items, updates, and weapons and other things that you forgot about in Fortnite, but today this is the list that I had. I'm curious to see which items you remember and which items you genuinely forgot about, so let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate all love and support, and don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.